Hi friends, welcome back to my channel on statistics. If you are seeing my videos first time, then do subscribe. Let's go to the topic. In this video, I am going to explain what is biostatistics and what are the applications of biostatistics and all things also. We all know that biostatistics is involved in life sciences, involving life science subjects like bioinformatics, food technology, pharmacy and all things life sciences. Okay. What is the use of biostatistics in life science and all things also we can see. Okay, see this is my content of this video. What in this video I am going to explain what is statistics and what are the classifications of statistics and brief introduction about biostatistics and applications and limitations also. From the next video onwards I will start on my subject about biostatistics. Before going to the biostatistics, what is statistics is important. After that we are going to the biostatistics. Now we can see what is the definition of biostatistics. Statistics is a branch of applied mathematics. Yes, it is a branch of applied mathematics which deals with the collection, classification, and analysis and interpretation of the data. The word statistics is derived from the Latin word status, means a political state or government. Okay. What is the main motive of statistician is he collect the data, then classify the data, then analyze the data, then give the result. Either what is the interpretation means conclusion, what is the conclusion of the your analysis. Okay, first step of statistician is collection of data. After collection, then classification, which method you can apply, that all things also comes under classification. What is the okay, then analysis, which type of analysis you are applying, either testing or regression or correlation, all things also. Next fourth thing is interpretation. Finally, what is your conclusion, that is the final step. These four steps involve in statistics. Okay, now we can see this is the introduction about biostatistics. Francis Galton is called the father of biostatistics. For mathematics and statistics, R.A. Fisher, Sir Ronald Fisher is the father of statistics. R.A. Fisher. For biostatistics, Francis Galton is called the father of biostatistics. He created the statistical concept correlation. Correlation means relationship between the variables. If you take the relationship between height and weight, then it will comes under the correlation. If you take the relationship between price and demand, price and demand is the example of correlation. If you take the example of, if you diverse as and all things comes under correlation. In the biostatistics, how correlation is useful means, for testing, for example, you need to test the drug applying with some patients or things. When you apply that time, you can test the correlation coefficient always lies between -1 to +1. If this comes out of the positive correlation, it is best. When it is come to the negative correlation, then we are rejected that. If we are get positive also we have. If you get zero point 0.5 greater than zero point 0.5, we can say that high accurate. If we get +1, we can say that perfect positive, all things also. Sir Galton for the first time used statistical tools to study the difference among the human population. He also invented the use of questionnaires and surveys of the collecting data. This is also considered under the data collection. Okay, he is the Francis Galton, father of statistics. He is the introducer of biometrics. Biometrics is also under the biostatistics. Now we can see what is the formal definition of biostatistics. Biostatistics is a branch of biological sciences. Biological means life sciences, which deals with the study and method of collection. Collection is there in statistics also, and presentation. How you can present? You can either you can tabular form, either questionnaires, either all things different are there. Then analysis and interpretation of the data related to the what biological research. This is important. This is the major difference between statistics and biostatistics. In the biostatistics, we deal with biological data. In statistics, we deal with every data. Okay, biostatistics is also called as a biometric since it involves the many measurements and calculations also. Yes, in biostatistics, the statistical methods are applied to solve biological problems. Means if we invent any one drug for example, I'm taking, we are introduce one drug for COVID-19, sorry, vaccine. first we, okay, we need to test this vaccine is suitable for patient or not. For testing this, we can apply hypothesis. When you apply hypothesis, my assumption is this vaccine is correct, and what is my null alternative hypothesis means this vaccine is not exact for the patient. Also, you can based on the your method and all things. Also, then you can apply different methods and different tests are there in hypothesis and design of experiments. All things comes under the biostatistics. Then you can apply. Finally, you get one conclusion. It is going to the reject or accept. When you can accept, then you can publish it in market. Otherwise, you can rectify your errors. Otherwise, you can find out what are the errors. If it will be based on the type 1 error or type 2 error, we all things also we can discuss it in this is the just introduction video. See, the basic understanding of biostatistics is necessary for the study of biology. Yes, statistics is most important for the life sciences, particularly doing the research in the biological science. Statistics will help you in biology to understand the nature of variability, how nature is variability from different patients to patients. All things also helps in deriving the general law from small sample. Small sample means less than 30. When the sample is less, observed values are less than 30, then we can say that small sample. When the greater than 30, we can say that large sample. Now we can see what is the classification of statistics. This is the classification of statistics. Statistics may be mainly classified into pure statistics and applied statistics. In pure, also known as mathematical statistics, also biostatistics deal with pure statistics. Biostatistics deal with pure statistics. In pure statistics, we have different categories: descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Descriptive and inferential statistics are the most important. Biostatistics also deal with only descriptive and inferential statistics. Now we can see what are the formal definitions of descriptive and inferential statistics. See, pure statistics is the basic statistics. The pure statistics is the feature classified into further classified into four categories. We are descriptive statistics, analytical statistics, inductive statistics, inferential statistics. In biostatistics, descriptive statistics is the most important and inferential statistics is the most important. Okay, before that, applied statistics means comes under the sampling. What is the sampling? SQC. Okay, these all also comes under the applied statistics and psychology things, time series. These all are the applied statistics. Okay, now we can see what is the descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics deal with quantitative data. These all things also we can discuss later. Deal with quantitative. Quantitative means measurable. There are the statistical tools and analysis which describe the and summarize the main feature of data. Means if you have one data set, for example, I have 1 2 3 4 for different data set, then I can find out what is the central value. Central value means mean, that is central tendency. I need to what is the difference between values from their average, means it is a dispersion. Okay, dispersion means generally we find ideal measure for dispersion is standard deviation. Dispersion means difference between the values, variability. What is the variability in there in the data set, then we can find the measures of dispersion. Ideal measure for measures of dispersion is standard deviation. Ideal measure for the central tendency is mean, because it is give more exact value. Descriptive statistics explain the characteristics of the data. Yeah, descriptive statistics explain the characteristics of the data, how data is coming, all things also. They reduce the complex this is into simple form biological things. Here you can apply diagrammatical representation, also kurtosis, skewness, all things also. Different topics are there, we can discuss in details from later. This is the just introduction. See, what is the analytical statistics? Analytical statistics means expectations. See, analytical statistics deal with all tools in the statistics used to compare the different values. Analytical statistics helps to establish the functional relationship between the variables. Like if you take the example of correlation and regression, I already told what is the important role in correlation. Now we are going to the regression. In the regression, we have mainly one independent variable and one dependent variable. If I have one dependent variable y, then I am taking it as ax plus b. This is as a straight line. For simple linear regression, it is here x is the independent value. More than one independent values are there in regression. Here A is what? Intercept. B is scale parameter. Okay, here A is slope, B is intercept. Okay, sorry, A is slope, like just like y equal to mx plus c, here m is slope, then c is the constant at intercept. Okay, by using the regression you can find the relation. For example, this is my curve. Okay, then I am plotting some values here, here, here. If these points are closer to the curve, then we are going to expect or reject. All things are comes under the regression as useful in forecasting also. Correlation is just used for the relationship between. Okay, now we can see what is inductive statistics. Inductive statistics has less uses. Now we can see inductive statistics is the use of statistical to generate a conclusion on the basis of random observation. Means if you draw some samples, all things also it comes under the inductive statistics. And inferential statistics, it is most important. Descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, these two are the most important in biostatistics. Now we can see what is inferential statistics. Inferential statistics is the application of statistical theories to analyze the research problems. Yeah, okay, inferential statistics deal with sample values. Okay, if you have, for example, this is my population values, I draw some samples from here on. Okay, then I apply some measurements and all techniques, statistical techniques. Then I say that if I find here x bar equal to 129, my conclusion is population mu also 129. That is the brief introduction about inferential statistics. Conclusions. Then it includes very complex calculations, analysis, and comparison. Yes, examples are induction number, statistical quality, and vital statistics. All things also it comes under the like testing of hypothesis. All things comes under inferential statistics. We can discuss details on later on videos. Now we can see what is the classification of biostatistics. Biostatistics mainly deal with hypothesis and design of experiment. Okay, hypothesis. See, the biostatistics is conventional divided into two aspects: the design of experiment for getting a collection of data. See, by using the factor analysis, all things also we can get collect the data. Then you can apply statistical analysis or statistical method. Means statistical techniques means hypothesis. Then some descriptive measures, all things also there. We can discuss it in details. See, how biostatistics generally works means, first I already discussed this. First is classification of collection of data, then classification, then analysis, then interpretation. This is the these 4 points are important in biostatistics or statistics also both. This is important. Collection of data. Collection of data is important. After collection, which measure is suitable for the data, that is classification of data. After classification you can use to analyze how which type of measures, or either apply any regression, either I can apply correlation, either can apply testing, either large sample, small sample, it related to the means or variances. All things comes under the analysis of data. After analysis, interpretation is important. If you find correlation, if I got correlation is 1.0, then what is it means? Correlation is perfect positive. That is, interpretation is important. And regression, if you find y equals some straight line, then I need to expect the future value of y by using assumed values. That is, the future expectation comes under the interpretation. And if you find the testing of hypothesis, then conclusion is the comes under the interpretation. Okay, either going to the accept, or either going to the accept h naught, or reject the h naught. All things comes under the interpretation. Okay, interpretation is important. Now we can see what are the some applications of biostatistics in life science. Biostatistics has the applications in all branches of life science. Few applications are mentioned here. See, what is the research? Medical and pharmaceutical sciences and genetics. Now we are going to the research. In the research is the incomplete without statistics. Yes, why? Because for research, first you need data, collection of data. First collect data. That collection of data belongs to the statistics. Okay, after collection, you can think, you can apply some hypothesis. I want to, my research is like this. Some you can assume something, assumption you can get, that is hypothesis. That is also statistics. After hypothesis, you can apply different things. This has comes under the analysis, all things else. After you can give the interpretation. Interpretation means conclusion. This all comes under the statistics. Without these 4 points, research is incomplete thing. Okay. Every results in the research need to statistical validity validated. Yes, these all things also you can observe. After that you can observe for the design of experiments. So design of experiments plays a vital role in biostatistics. We can discuss all things also. Select which method I can select for the collection of data. Here I already explained this. After that, deriving the logical conclusions of the data, deriving the single value observations from a group data, all things also comes under the research. Now we can see what is the medical and pharmaceutical sciences. For checking the efficiency of drug, yes, for checking the efficiency of drug means you can apply some hypothesis, or some you can apply mean square error, all things also. If less variance, then we can say that this drug is most efficient than this drug. This all comes under the statistical tools. To find out the possible side of effect, that means if you find some drug, it will go into the some errors, misleadings, then you can div- divide the different errors. Type 1 error, type 2 errors are available in literature. Type 1 and type 2. Type 1 what says, type 2 also we can discuss. For conducting a drug treatment trials, all these are also one application. In genetics also lot of applications are there. I will mention few. Study the inheritance patterns of genes, then essential for the study Medline's genetics. For studying the genetic structure of application, studying the behavior of genes in the population genetics. For mapping chromosomes, this all things comes under the genetics. Okay, now we can see what are the limitations. Up to now we discussed about statistics. Now we can see few applications of limitations of statistics. Statistics always see statistical laws are true on average. Single observation is not a statistic. Means statistical laws are true on average. Statistical laws true on average means it is not perfect always. It give just assumption. If you apply this method, you get this value. This is not exact value. So it is applied science, not pure science. So okay, single observation is not a means statistics always deal with group data. Group data. If you work class of in class of students, I am just taking one student that his name is some person x person. After x person I want to some analyze, means I want to apply mean, standard deviation, all things also. I cannot say this total class having this much mean variance and all things also. For applying statistical measures we need some group of data. Okay, statistics cannot be applied to single or individual data. This all point is explained. Statistical methods are best applicable on quantitative data. Yes, statistical methods are best for quantitative, but qualitative some misleading errors are there. Statistical methods cannot be applied to high heterogeneous data. Heterogeneous means what? Heterogeneous means stratified random sampling. This comes under stratified. Okay. If sufficient care is not exercised in collecting or analyzing interpretation of data, then statistical results might be misleading. Means first step. First step means collection of data is wrong, then analysis also go to wrong. If analysis is wrong, then interpretation also going to wrong. This total statistics is going to the wrong. So collection of data is most important. Okay. Only a person expert in statistics can handle the statistical procedure. This is wrong. We need some group of, for example, with the only single person cannot handle total statistical techniques. For example, you can take the software, all things also. Nowadays most important software is R and Python, all things also we and there are too many methods to study the single problems in statistics. Here statistics does not defeat the entire story of phenomena. These all are some limitations of statistics. Statistical results are not always beyond doubts. Okay, some errors are possible in the statistics. Yeah, I already told you statistics is not give exact results. For this we have literature in two types of errors. This is type 1 error and type 2 error. This is comes under the hypothesis. If type 1 error and type 2 error, these all things also we can discuss in testing of hypothesis. Okay, you can just know what is statistics and what is the main role of biostatistics and what are the some limitations. We don't know whether an error has been committed or not. This is comes under the limitation. Okay, up to now I explain what is statistics and what are the types of statistics and introduction to biostatistics and how biostatistics will useful in life sciences and some applications, some limitations also. From the next video onwards, I start with some basics of biostatistics with different parts. Basics of biostatistics. Okay, basics of biostatistics means what is, how to find mean, how to find median, how to find mode, and how to find standard deviation, how to find correlation, how to find regression, what is the use of correlation, what is the use of regression. For question to answer you can find anywhere, but application is important. Okay, if, for example, you need what is the, how to find the mean value. If you find some formulas from Google and everywhere also, then you can finding some values, you get the some mean value. That is not important. What is the interpretation of that mean, that is the important thing. Okay, mean interpretation means a single value tell the total, a single value describe the total part of the distribution, means for the total data set it describe the same. Okay, that is the literal meaning of mean. And standard deviation means variability, how much variability in the data set. That is important. You are finding some different formula, summation of all things also, that is not useful. Interpretation is useful, and calculation done by software also nowadays more trending are there. Okay, thank you for watching. If you have any queries related to the up to now in biostatistics, you can comment or ask by mail. In description link I can provide mail also. Thank you for watching.